Just look at these charts. Acutaas Chemicals went from 1000 rupees to 2500 rupees in the last 2 years. Now that is more than double gains. And Ujjivan Small Finance Bank went from 33 rupees to 54 rupees from 2025 to 2026. Now that is more than 50% gains. But why am I showing you these charts? Because they prove one very important thing. A weak market does not mean zero opportunities. See, for the last 2 years, whenever the market has fallen down, a lot of the investors have been carrying around this misconception that if the market is not giving returns, then none of the stocks will perform. If the index is falling down due to wars or tariff, then all of the stocks will fall. But see, the markets do not work like that. Sometimes the index looks weak, but one pocket of the market is quietly living in a completely different reality. But why? Because sectors move on their own cycles. If a sector gets a structural tailwind, or if the demand for that sector is rising for reasons much bigger than the daily market sentiment, then the stocks in that sector can outperform even when the broader market is not helping. And the best example for this statement is right in front of you: TVS Motors and Ujjivan. And today I want to talk about one such sector which I feel is undervalued, war proof, inflation proof. Now, this sector is considered as safe and insulated from geopolitical tension. And I am talking about the healthcare sector. But Sanika, that's not possible. How do you know that the healthcare sector will outperform? See, I have facts plus experience. Now just look at this chart. When the entire market was falling down, our portfolio performed better than the market. In fact, we booked profits in multiple stocks in the last 3 months. So chill. I know what I am speaking about, and I am going to explain every point with facts. So by the end of the video, if you don't like it, then comment below your thoughts. See, one thing is confirmed: when geopolitical tension rises, the first fear in the market is usually the same. Rising Gulf region tensions can lead to higher crude prices, inflationary pressure, supply chain disruption, and volatility for India, especially since India imports more than 80% of its oil requirements. Now, think about what usually happens next. People may postpone buying a car, they may cut down on unnecessary spending, companies may slow down their expansion, which can result in revenue and profit decline. But my team listened to the last 4 quarters of con calls of multiple hospital chains and found out one thing in common. The point that we found out that the last 3 to 4 years the hospitals were expanding their bed capacity aggressively, and now they are moving from an heavy capex phase into a period of operating leverage. So now what is happening? The capacity has already been built and earnings can now scale faster as utilization improves. But tell me one thing: anything can be postponed, but does a family postpone a critical surgery because the market is looking weak? Or does a patient delay a cancer treatment because the crude prices are high? No, right? And that is the very heart of this investment thesis. Hospital chains in India are now focusing on improving their margins and revenue. And healthcare demand, especially for hospitals, is essential and people cannot avoid it. Then there is the demographic shift. India is getting older, and chronic diseases like diabetes and oncology related conditions are becoming more common, and this creates a long term demand for tertiary and specialty care. Then there is another layer which most of the investors ignore: medical tourism. India remains the major destination for complex procedures, which cost 60 to 80% lower than the Western countries. So, this is not just a domestic demand story. For the right platforms, it can also become a high value inflow story due to healthcare tourism. Now, what do you get when you put all of this together? You get a sector where the demand is resilient, growth is structural and the business model can become more profitable as the cycle matures. But that does not mean that you blindly buy anything under the healthcare label, and that is a very important point to remember. And see, the bigger chains are now expanding across geographies and achieving a pan-India footprint. The age of the regional player or the chain is fading fast. So investors should target the bigger chains. But why bigger chains? Because bigger chains have two major advantages. First, they are better positioned to retain high quality talent and expertise across disciplines, which is a significant cost of operations and can also become a point of friction due to attrition. Secondly, large chains also have the advantage of economies of scale. Centralized purchasing of medical disposable and other items can give a small but across the board edge that can eventually result in better margins. Finally, this is a completely domestic focused sector which cannot be disrupted by any global crisis, and it is also completely immune to the kind of wars and tariffs the world has seen since a man called Trump has occupied the White House in Washington DC. So for investors seeking to protect their portfolio from geopolitical volatility and want to participate in a structural story, the healthcare sector is the prime investment destination. So the real question is not whether healthcare is a good sector. The real question is which stocks within this sector actually deserve your attention. And this is where 3 stock names came out in our research. So let's start with the first stock which stands out the most in terms of pure upside plus efficiency. And the first stock is Rainbow Children's Medicare. And according to Rangavan Finance's research, this stock has the highest upside potential of 46%. But what makes it more interesting that it is not just a high upside number on paper. By FY 2025, Rainbow shows zero debt equity and the highest ROCE in the basket at 29.8%. So this is not just a story stock. The company is growing its sales and profits at a good rate from the last 5 years. Sales at 16% and profits at 34%. So the company combines of clean balance sheet quality and strong capital efficiency. Then there are 2 names that feel like institutions, comfort picks: Fortis Healthcare and Max Healthcare Institute. Now Fortis has 30% upside potential and 57% institutional stake of FIIs and DIIs combined. Now what stands out here is the turnaround profitability. Before 2021, the company had struggled to increase its sales and profits. But in the last 3 years, they have shown good growth. FY 2025 PAT at Rs 809.4 crore after a much weaker earlier phase. And I am more comfortable holding Fortis because we had also given a swing trade on it. Now whenever we give a swing trade on Rangavan Finance, you get the exact buy level, which was near 890, and at the first target of 950, we booked 50% profits. So at Rangavan Wealth, you don't have to track any stock. Even a newcomer or a new investor can join us. We notify you at what price to buy, at what price to exit, and how to exit. You get the notification and the updates on the Telegram group as well as our website. So I don't need to show you this again and again, but you can see it with your own eyes that from the last 3 months, the market was super bad, but we booked good profit. And here are a few feedbacks from our clients. Now coming back to the video, Max Healthcare Institute on the other hand has a 26% upside and the highest institutional stake in the list at 71%. The FY 2025 PAT stands at 1075.9 crore rupees. So if someone is looking for a larger, more institutionally backed execution story, then Max Healthcare clearly stands out in the basket. Technically, Max Healthcare is now available at a good 25% discount. And if you take a look at the long-term chart of the stock, this stock gives rare chances to buy it at such discounted levels. Now earlier the valuation was very high for the stock at 110 PE. But due to recent corrections, the PE has dropped to 62. not too cheap but not too high as well. And here I would not suggest to build bulk position, but build positions step by step. And we can see consolidation for some time in the stock during the up move. But I want to end this video with one mature reminder. These stocks are not risk free. In a broad market free fall, these stocks can correct as well. Not a sharp fall, but can show a minor dip. So always buy in installation. And as always, this was Sanika from Rangavan Finance, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye, and don't forget to comment.